Hello, welcome back to the series of videos on special products. This is the last video, and this discusses the last pattern for special products. And this is on the sum and difference of two cubes. Now, how does this special product look like? So we have here, for example, A plus B times A squared minus AB plus B squared. If we have this kind of pattern, the answer to this is actually the cube of the first term here and the last term. So we will have a cube plus, let me just make it proper, a cube plus b cube. Okay, and if we have the pattern a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared, the special product to this, or the product to this, is a cube minus b cube. So as you can see, it's the sum or the difference of two cubes. So let me just correct. This should not be and sum or difference. So let us analyze the left side of this pattern. So as you can see, we have here A, B. Those are the two terms of the binomial. If you look at the trinomial, the second term is a trinomial. The first term of the trinomial is the square of the first term. The last term is the square of the last or the second term of the binomial. The middle term is actually the product of the two terms, A and B. But if you look at the pattern in terms of the sign, if it's plus, the pattern would be minus the product of the two terms. Okay? If it's minus, you have here plus the product. So what you can remember here is if you're multiplying a binomial and a trinomial, inspect if it follows this pattern. The term of the first term of the trinomial is the square of the first term of the binomial. The last term of the trinomial is the square of the second term or the second term of the binomial. And then the middle term of the trinomial is a product of the two terms of the binomial, and then the sign is minus. If naman plus, o kaya there's a plus here, but it still goes the same pattern goes, then you can also use the difference of two cubes. So your answer will simply be a cube plus b cube if you have this first pattern, and a cube minus b cube if it follows this second pattern. So to concretize that, let us have some examples. Let's find the product of the following. Let's have 3 plus y times 9 minus 3y plus y squared. So again, before you proceed to solving it, or immediately parang telling that, oh, I can multiply this using sum or difference of two cubes, inspect first the different terms. So look at the first term of the binomial. We have 3 here. Look at the first term of the binomial. 9 is actually 3 squared. And then for the second term of the binomial, it's y. And then when you look at the last term of the trinomial, it's the square. So square of the last term of the binomial. Look at the middle term. So it's like multiplying 3 and y. Okay, yun nga lang, may negative sign. Okay, so it fits now the pattern, and it's the first pattern that is reflected in this example. Therefore, our answer will simply be the cube of A, which is 3. This is our A, this is our B, plus the cube of B, or the second term. which is equal to 27 plus y cubed. That is simply that. Let's have another one. Let's have a 6x minus 4y times 36x squared plus 24xy plus 16y squared. Again, before you jump in and say, oh, this is a sum or difference of two cubes, please inspect first. So the first term of the binomial is 6x. So this is our A, this is our B. If you look at the first term of the trinomial, this is 36 is actually 6, no? And 6 squared, and then x is x. So this is the same as this one. So 6x squared is 36x squared. Look also at the last term of the binomial, which is 4y, and then the last term of the trinomial. If we can express 16y squared as 4y squared. So that would reflect b there. And if you multiply 6x and 4y, you will have 24xy, and then it's the opposite sign, positive. Therefore, it fits the second pattern. Hence, our answer will be just the cube of the first term of the binomial minus the cube of the second term of the binomial. So we will have 6x cube minus 4y cube. And that would give us 6 times 6 times 6, which is 216x cube minus 4 times 4 times 4, that's 64y cube. Okay. So again, before you proceed to doing the answer for the pattern, make sure that the question fits the special product pattern. So let's do it on your own. Do it on your own. Practice by finding the product of the following. Okay, let's have x squared y minus z times x to the fourth y squared plus x squared y z plus z squared. Okay. And for B, the second one would be 10 uv plus s times 100 uv u squared v squared minus 10 uvs plus s squared. Okay. So please answer this again before you proceed to multiplying. Check first if the expression or the question fits the pattern, if the conditions for the pattern are reflected in each of the questions, so that you're sure that your answer is correct. And again, you can pause this video so that you can answer first on your own, and then after answering, you can play the video back, or just press the play button so that you would know if your answer is correct. Okay, so let's try and check if your answers are correct. So let's have the first one. We have x squared y minus z times x to the fourth y squared plus x squared y z plus z squared. Of course, we still need to check first if it fits the pattern. So this is minus. I'll check the sign. So minus plus plus. So that fits the pattern. Now let's look at the terms. This is our A. This is our B. So x squared y, x4y squared. This can be expressed as x squared y and then quantity squared. So it reflects the A here. For the last term, that is z squared. So again, it reflects the last term of the binomial. In terms of the middle term, when you multiply them, it becomes x squared y z. And then the sign is opposite here. So yeah, this one fits our pattern, and it's the second pattern. Hence, our answer would be x squared y cube minus z cube. And to simplify that, we have x to the 6, y cube minus z cube. This is now the product of x squared y minus z times x to the fourth y squared plus x squared yz plus z squared. I hope you got this correctly. Next, we have 10uv plus s times 100u squared v squared minus 10uvs plus s squared. So we're dealing with plus here. So according to the pattern, that's plus, minus, and then plus. So that's correct. Let's look at the first term. This is our A, this is our B. So 10uv, 100u squared v squared. If we can express this one as 10uv quantity squared, that will still give us 100u squared v squared. So it reflects the first term, that's a squared. For the last term, it's s squared. And when you multiply, you will get 10uvs, and then the sign is correct, it's negative here. So it follows the first pattern. Hence, our answer would be just the cube of the first plus the cube of the second term. So we will have 1000 u cube v cube plus s. So I hope that you were able to get that correctly. If in case not, you can go back to the video again, review it, view it as many times as you like, and then you can look for more exercises, or you can ask me for more exercises on this. And you can also answer your module activity so that you would have further practice and enrichment on this topic. Again, this is the last video on special products. All of the 4 videos have, or all of the 4 other special products have been discussed in 4 videos, 4 previous videos. And I hope you understood how to get the special product or the product of certain binomials without doing the law method.